AFTV, we've got Mo. Mo, you've been watching that from your house, and like everybody here was watching that, I'm sure you'd have been horrified by the defending. Talk me through that David Luiz performance. I mean, what happened?
Man, David Luiz, when he has a stinker, he has a stinker. The game against Barcelona comes to mind when he was at PSG. He got nutmegged by Suarez twice and embarrassed. His performance at Liverpool away this season comes to mind. I think gave away a penalty and got spun as well. 2 goals directly his fault yet again. Today, again, it's in the illustrious collection of David Luiz nightmare games. Another 2 ridiculous mistakes, all in the space of about 6 minutes or something ridiculous like that. And there goes the game. And you look at the teams that he's doing this against. Barcelona, he's doing it against Liverpool away, he's doing it against Man City away. When these really big games come round, too often he loses his head. It's all good doing it, playing a nice through ball against the smaller teams and stuff when it's going your way. But I was against the signing of David Luiz when it happened. He's pleasantly surprised me, actually. I think overall, if you look at it on balance, and we try not to be too hot-headed after this game, he hasn't been a bad signing for us. But today exemplifies exactly why I never wanted him at our club, because ultimately he can be too much of a liability.
And I mean, up until that point, not that we weren't controlling the game or nothing, but we were in the game. You know what I mean? It was kind of, City were starting to get on top, but we were in the game, 0-0. We've seen this season teams like Tottenham weather the storm, then catch City on the counter-attack. We've seen Wolves do it. You're not going to beat teams like this if you can't defend.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, you have to be resolute. And, if you're saying we were in the game, like maybe we didn't have a single shot on target the whole game. It's not like we really caused them any hassle. But yeah, when it's 0-0, by default, you're always in the game because anything can happen, right? And we had to be resolute and fine. We had nearly achieved that target, just kind of being resolute, keeping a clean sheet until half time. And then David Luiz goes and does what he does. And it's a real shame because, I'll be honest with you, Robbie, I've really missed football. But knowing that Man City was our first game back didn't allow me to look forward to it. When I woke up this morning, my day was ruined because I knew we were conceding 3 goals. I'm not even joking. I wasn't looking forward to the game. I was watching it, waiting for these goals to go in. And it's going to happen because City are a quality team, but at least you want to see them sparkle and you want to sit back and say, well, look, it's very hard for any team in the world to defend against that. But instead, we hand it to them on a platter. And we were a circus and David Luiz was head clown.
And Ozil's situation is another strange one. Our highest earning player, I mean, somebody said earlier, we was doing an interview, they said highest paid player isn't playing. Player we paid the most money for isn't playing. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, it's baffling. I have to say, that with the Ozil thing, right, there's obviously a hell of a lot going on behind the scenes there. And it's hard to comment. I think we all know, as much as I like Ozil, rate him as a player and think he's been a fantastic footballer over the years, he's not at the height of his powers. And as a result of that and whatever else was going in the club, we're not getting a good return on our investment with him in terms of the wage that we're paying him. Even the most ardent Ozil supporters would probably turn around and say, yeah, it's not a match made in heaven right now. It's probably best if he, moves to a different club. But it's very, very frustrating that week in, week out, it's impossible to guess. If I said to you, who's going to be our goalkeeper or what's Leno's position going to be on the team sheet next week, you'd be able to say with absolute certainty. Same with a lot of the players, With Ozil, you couldn't even tell me with confidence if he's going to travel or not. Never mind be on the subs bench, never mind be in the starting lineup. And if he does play, you can't tell me if he's going to have a good game or a bad game. It's just a roulette with Ozil. And I have to say, fine, I don't blame Arteta for that because there's obviously a lot going on behind the scenes. But for me, Aubameyang was non-existent today. The decision to play him left wing didn't work. Why are you playing Nketiah in the middle over Aubameyang and therefore Aubameyang left wing rather than Martinelli, to me is a very, very strange decision. I don't think he got the lineup right today. But obviously he wasn't helped by injuries either. So if he did have a plan that had he had the opportunity for that plan to unfold, we might be turning around and saying, oh, he actually executed the plan really well. We'll never know. But to me, at the start of the game, I thought it was an odd decision. And the Ozil thing, I just really hope that gets sorted out this summer.
How high can we finish?
Boy, look, Sheffield United, we're lucky they didn't pick up 3 points today.
They should have done, shouldn't they?
They should have done, yeah.
Yeah.
And with Tottenham, they've got a tough game against United. I think their first game back and stuff. You know, we're close to these other teams, and but I don't think we'll get Champions League. You know, as far as I'm concerned, is in terms of our finish, we might be able to scrape getting Europa League football, but we've shown now 3 years in a row, even the Europa League, we're not good enough. We haven't won the trophy, and we're getting worse and worse, in a way. So, I don't know, Robbie. I don't care. I just need to know, or need to see some improvement, and I hope that Arteta can get it right from next year, and then we can start talking about where we're going to finish. Because right now, this season's a write-off, to be honest with you.
Cool. All right, thanks a lot, Mo. Sorry we kept you waiting so long, yeah?
Football is back.
Back again, yeah?
AFTV will be bringing you comprehensive coverage of every game from now until the end of the season.
Football's number one narcissist is back. Back again, mate.
AFTV, back again.